Manchester United have lost 2-0 away against bottom of the table Watford. Really disappointing performance from Manchester United. Absolute bullshit. I don't really know where to start from Manchester United from that. It was really, really poor. I don't know where Manchester United have going away from home. We've been so poor this season in the majority of games. To be honest, really, that Man City away was about the only decent performance we've had this season. I mean, we've really struggled against these teams that near the bottom of the table to break them down, to score goals, to win games. Our defending's horrendous, and I can't blame Solskjaer for the goals that we've conceded today. I can't. That first goal was horrendous from David De Gea. Don't know what was going on in his mind there. And the second one, a penalty. So I can't blame him for that. But these performances away from home have been so poor. But nothing will obviously change this season. We're going to be so up and down until the end of the season at home and away. Nothing as much is going to change. And I mean, not a lot's going to change in January, let's put it that way. I mean, the players are who they are. I mean, too many of these players have had too many chances at Manchester United over the last few years. And haven't taken it enough to be Manchester United players. I mean, really, they haven't. And it is very disappointing for Manchester United. We've got too many players that should, in my eyes, be squad players still at Manchester United. And we're so on their day, maybe they can do it. The likes of Anthony Martial, on his day he can be okay, but also he wasn't nowhere near the worst today, but he just isn't consistent enough to be a Manchester United starter. And we do need to be looking at these sort of players. Even Daniel James, I wasn't thinking when he come to Manchester United. I'm not knocking these players, but when they come to Manchester United, Martial and James should be starting games for Manchester United. They're squad players for Manchester United. They shouldn't be starting week in, week out. I really think now is the opportunity to see Mason Greenwood get a run in the team, because these two players have not done enough for me this season over what Mason Greenwood could do. And if Manchester United want to take that step forward, we've got to have players that are playing at least 7, 8 out of 10 week in, week out. And whereas them players maybe certainly Anthony Martial, 1 week can be 5 or 6 out of 10, and the next week can be 9 out of 10. We need, like Roy Keane said, that it's not good enough for Manchester United. You've got to be on it every single week. And unfortunately, some of these players aren't consistent enough. And in midfield, we just don't have it. When we're playing, Fred and McTominay just don't have enough creativity in there. With Lingard, isn't good enough. Really should be a squad man, Lingard, and missed that great chance in the first half, which cost Manchester United. Because I think if Greenwood or someone else, even probably Pogba, would have been going through, would have most likely scored from there. Certainly Mason Greenwood would have done if he'd been playing in that position. Okay, it wouldn't have been ideal playing him in the number 10 position, but we really do lack something in midfield, attacking midfield, to create chances and to score goals. I mean, it isn't all Solskjaer's fault at all, but I think I do sometimes feel that his substitutions are too late, and his team selection I'm not always 100% on when he doesn't start Greenwood, when he's been banging the goals in lately. But you know, it is what it is. Manchester United are what they are at the moment in time. Nothing is going to change at this moment in time. It is just going to be like this between now and the end of the season. We're going to win a couple of games and we're going to have some bullshit performances like this in games, and we just got to accept it. There won't be any Champions League football next season, unfortunately. We've just fallen far too far away. The likes of Tottenham, I know Chelsea have slipped up a bit lately, but the likes of Tottenham and Chelsea are better sides, consistently playing better than us over the long haul. So unfortunately that won't be the case for next season unless we somehow miraculously win the Europa League. But you know, it is what it is. We go into the Newcastle game needing to get back into winning ways. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.